Hey everyone, it is that time again. We're going to get started, and today is an odd day. I'm just waiting for that time when somebody says, no, it's not an odd day, it's an even day, and I have it all wrong. But today we're going to be doing an open awareness session. This is different from what we did yesterday. Yesterday we did the Soham style session, and today we're just going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to drop in, and we're going to go back to normal breath. But as we breathe, the trick is going to be to focus on the inflection point of the breath. So as we inhale, and then as that inhale switches to the exhale, we're just looking for that where exactly that switch happens. That's all we're doing. Normal breaths, just focusing on the switching point, both on exhale and inhale. And I'll walk you through it. So the first thing we're going to do is today we will do with start with 5 deep breaths, and these are double deep breaths. And if you don't already have a comfortable place, find a comfortable place where you will not be disturbed. And we will drop right in. I'm going to start the timer right now. Let's not forget that. And here we go. So we're going to start with deep breath. And if you remember, we always do that audible sigh on the exhale. On the inhale, first take as deep of a breath you can take, and then take that little extra sip of air. One more deep breath. And now we're going back to normal breath. And we're not changing the breath, we're just looking for that inflection point after every exhale and inhale. Where does this switch exactly? See if you can locate that switching point. Is it like a pinpoint? Is it like a dash? And sometimes as you're focusing on that inflection point, you might notice yourself just dropping into the blankness behind the eyes. Letting everything loose in the body. For me, the main thing is the stomach. I brace my stomach so much, I'm just letting it loose. Just like a little baby, learning to walk with that stomach hanging in front of him. Yeah. And you might get some thoughts. It's okay. Just clouds floating by. You might get some sensory input from different parts of the body. You might want to yawn. You might feel some aches and pains. Just sensory input, that's all it is. Even if it is slight discomfort, try to notice the pleasure behind that sensory input. It's almost like even when you're doing dishes, there is a level of pleasure behind it. Try to sit with that pleasure. All all the major muscles, the minor muscles, they're just relaxing. We are focusing on the inflection point. Where exactly does it switch? And we're just relaxing into it. I'm in the blankness behind the eyes. I'm noticing it's hard for me to focus on the inflection point because I'm talking. And that's okay. There's no rules, there's just us. And in this moment, all of our needs are met. We are enough. We are all we need. I wanted to be quiet there for a moment because I dropped in deep, but when I say I dropped in deep, it's just feeling of connecting to that blankness behind the eyes, but the deeper feeling that I feel is like I'm floating down in a very deep, dark lake. There is no bottom. And that feeling of just floating down like a feather. There is nothing to worry about. Nothing needs my attention. I am all I need. And the mind might try to distract you. That's what minds do. Think of the mind like a child. If you tell it not to do something, it is going to do it. So just sit with what it wants to do and it will dissipate. For some of the younger people joining us, it's probably going to be easier for you to drop in. For people with more experience, it will be harder. Your mind just has so much more to process. And the more experiences you've had, the more your mind wants to process. And we're just coming back to the inflection point of the breath. And if you forgot that we were focusing on that, that's okay. We just come back to it. The trick is not to let the breathing change while we focus on the inflection point. Just try to look for that switch over without changing the breathing. And a thought just came to me. If I am actually broadcasting or not, it doesn't matter. Just the mind doing its thing. I just keep coming back to the breath, the inflection point, what really makes that switch happen? Does it really happen automatically? Maybe we don't think about it, but we are doing it somehow. I just got a sensation of trust in myself. I'm all I need. I trust me. Everything we have to do, I trust me. I am enough. And I keep coming back to the breath. Inhale, and then the switch, and then the exhale. And then the switch and the inhale. Letting the world just melt away. We exist and we are all we need. A thought just occurred to me. The three legs of the stool. The body, the sensory input from the body, the thoughts, the mind, and the awareness. Lately, the awareness for me is beyond just myself. It's everywhere. The thought of me just drifting down in the lake just came back like a feather just floating down deeper into the darkness. Not a worry in the world. Nothing else needed in this moment. We are complete. We are all we need. All our needs are met. All of a sudden, my mind says, where do your fingers end and the external space starts? It's almost like my arms just mixed in with the external space. I can't really pinpoint where my fingers end. We are just energy. just gravitationally bound energy. And I'm coming back to the inflection point of the breath. I just connected back to the blankness behind the eyes. A really strong connection. Another thought just came, and that was, will I always know what I'm saying in these sessions? Do I know what I'm saying? And I'm just coming back to the breath. And my mind just said, we are at a retreat, and I have some of my best friends here. I hear the alarm going off. I think I should stop that alarm. And slowly we're going to open our eyes and come back. Hope everybody had a good session today. I had a different session. There were some things that came up that I don't think have come up ever. And some of them, I talked through them. Some of them, I did not. Sometimes you are going to get thoughts. And if they keep repeating, that means there is some charge to those thoughts. So if it's a thought that appears one time, don't worry about it. You don't have to write it down immediately. If it's important, it will come back. And if something starts to repeat over sessions, there is a lot of charge behind that. And that's when we pay more attention to it. Everybody have a good day.